Welcome back, parents. This is a little video on math facts. Okay, we call it rocket math. It just means math facts. Trying to memorize 3 plus 2 is 5 that quickly. Now, when I first started teaching, I used to think my first graders or my kindergartners, they know how to add 3 and they might have a strategy counting on their fingers or using a number line. They understand the concept. They don't need to memorize the facts. That's stressing them out, don't worry. Actually, I was wrong. And as I was teaching more and more, and especially as I started teaching higher grades, if the kids don't have their facts memorized, when they start doing multi-digit addition and subtraction, like 35 plus 45, and they don't know their math facts, it slows them down. They're using their fingers and they're making a mistake. So it really does help them a lot to have them memorized. And the typical pattern is by the end of first grade, you definitely want to have your addition math facts mastered. By the end of second grade, you really want to have your addition and subtraction completely memorized. That's going to be very helpful. And then by third grade, you want to have your multiplication completely mastered. Now, our kids, because we work with them one-on-one and we start working on skills, they learn them a lot faster and tend to work at a faster pace. So you might have a first grader who's already working on some multiplication facts. Depends on their level and their pace, but that's the general pattern to see that your child is going to be on grade level. Kindergarten, typically don't start memorizing math facts in a typical kindergarten, but our kindergartners see the first and second graders memorizing them and they're motivated, and as long as they understand the concept of what adding is, they can absolutely memorize their facts. But it's not something to stress about in kindergarten. Only if they are feeling ready and motivated, they can do that as well in kindergarten. So when you're doing rocket math, when I sent home your folders, in their little card from me, there was a card saying their rocket math level. And I sent home an email that gives a listing of which facts they're working on for that level. So for instance, they might be at a level M, and I can't remember exactly, but let's say level M is working on the facts 8 plus 5 and 9 plus 5. Okay, that means that those are 2 facts that they haven't memorized yet. They might still be going 8 plus, okay, they're still working on it. So we want to have them figure out what it is, and we want them to memorize it. Just those 2 facts for this level. Now, but that means that all the facts that are on the list before that, they should already have memorized like this. So what I would do is whatever that level they're on, the previous levels, I would make little note cards of what those facts are that are already memorized. And I would also make sure that you're including the turnaround fact. So that means, for instance, if the fact is 4 plus 2, also make a card that says 2 plus 4. This is the turnaround fact. And remind them they're going to have the same answer. If you know 4 plus 2, you know 2 plus 4. Right? And when I do the note cards, if they're like this, I put in pencil tiny on the back so that you can't see through it if you're testing them or they're quizzing themselves. But then it's on the back if they want to check it, if they're working independently. Okay? So again, and this is something where since it's only 2 facts, practice just, if you're at dinner, hey, what's 2 plus 4? 6. Now again, if they're pausing, it's one thing to pause for a second or 2, but if they're pausing for a few seconds, that means they're still counting. They don't have it memorized. So make sure that they're getting to the point where it's actually 4 plus 2 is 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. 8 plus 5 is 13. We want it to be that fast so that when they're actually doing their higher level addition and subtraction or multiplication skills, it'll go that quickly for them. And their confidence will be built up. There are several different, and if you don't have note cards, you can cut up pieces of paper, whatever's gonna work for you at home. I know we're all trying to make do with what we have at home. A couple of games you can play that can make math facts a little bit more fun. One is called Around the World. And Around the World just means whoever's playing, try to have at least 3 people in the family who are playing. There's one person who's standing up and the other people are sitting down. So if this is the person standing up, they stand behind one person and the other person gives them a fact, 4 plus 2. Whoever says it first gets to move on to the next and stand behind the next person. So if they get it correct first, they'll keep standing and they'll stand behind the next person. And now this person will ask them a fact. Okay? If this person gets it right faster, they will stand up and be the person, and this person will sit down. And it's just a game, it's called Around the World. And if you're able to go around, like if you have lots of people in class like we do, or if you have a larger family, okay, you can, if they go all the way around, it's called going around the world, if they keep standing and get the math facts correct. Another one that's popular is to have playing cards. And you can do war, where you flip over 2 cards. Each person flips over 2 cards, and whoever has the highest amount, when you add them together, wins. And you can do that with adding, subtracting, multiplying, whichever level they're on. You can just flip over 2 cards, and whoever says it first gets to keep the cards. So there are a couple of different variations. And again, this is something where if you're just sitting around for dinner, you can throw out a math fact. If you're in the car going to pick up the groceries, give them a couple of math facts. Even just 5 minutes a day. And remember, it's only 2 facts at a time to get past that level. But you want to make sure that they have them memorized. And again, for testing, you want to put those facts with the other facts that they've already memorized together. So you should have a pile and just 2 new facts each time that they're working on it. And I'd say if they can get those 2 facts memorized in a few days or that week, and then the next week add in 2 more facts and keep going and practicing. But it is really helpful and it's really important for them. We are not a big rote memorization school, but this is an area, a skill that they really do need to memorize. So the more you can practice that just here and there for a few minutes, the better it'll be. Okay, that's it. Bye.